start. Hello! Welcome back. Finally gonna finish up, hopefully, Morrissey's Viva Hate. Got 5 songs to go, so we're gonna try to push on through it. A rush and a push, and the album's done. So, hopefully. But, and by the way, this is This Charming Smithscast with the Handsome Hooligans. 2 of them, at least. But, there was something that happened this week. Johnny Marr just released his new, one of his songs off his new album. And interesting thing, look, I'm all like big and you're all little.
Yeah.
You need to, like,
sorry, I just wanted to put
he says this is his best work, which is interesting.
Yes, let's go.
I'm like, well, I mean, and so we've got one song from him, and so we'll listen to it or play some of it at least.
Yeah, but before we do that, any comments?
You guys,
nobody's commenting.
Dave's giving up on us.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's like you guys are done with the Smiths, so
he's over in France right now. So
really,
yeah,
that guy goes to Europe so many times.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have the ties that bind. You know, I mean, not saying like kids.
Yeah, no, I knew what you were saying.
But that break up the family.
Yeah, but
the spies. Anyway, so it's radio silence or comment silence. Anyway.
Yeah, so please comment on our videos, even if it's a smart remark.
Please.
Well, no, I mean...
Call us names. Call us alt-right or whatever. Far left. Call us SJWs. Or...
Yeah, I mean, it's just easier, like, if people comment, then we actually can discuss things instead of just lecture about. That's all.
Yeah, that's all this podcast is us just talking.
I know, but when people comment, then
it's always fun. It's always fun because it makes you feel like somebody's actually watching it.
Yeah, well, I'm watching.
Yeah, are you the one giving us all reviews? Because
probably. I just keep hitting refresh.
we need to hire some bots.
Look at this counter; it keeps going up.
Like, whoa! This is popular. We should hire some Russian bots or whatever.
No. I don't need any bots to get the
to feel good about ourselves.
Yeah, I'll just give it to my kids.
You know what?
Just keep hitting refresh.
What I do is I look at total views and I'm like, you know what? We're at like 17,000 or 1,700. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of views. I don't know. So hopefully somebody's gotten something out of it. I know I enjoyed just looking into it. But anyway, so let's get on. Here we are talking. We're going to really rush through this one.
We are.
But here we are with Johnny Marr's first song, The Tracers.
The Tracers.
Oh, you can turn it up a little. Oh, you get the lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay. Pause.
We'll just take.
Okay, yeah, because you have the start, but yeah, which kind of like that woohoo is, I don't know, kind of lame. Okay, so we start singing. Now he's singing.
Okay.
So let's just. So there's his first. So you got this cool bass line, and stuff, and then you get the music, but then the woohoo is okay, and then his singing, it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better. I think it's better than One thing I like about this song is that he doesn't have like. What do you have to say about the album or the song?
Well.
That lyric. But there's some good elements to the.
Yeah. So I like this. I like the music.
Yeah.
This woohoo ooh.
Well, okay, here it's coming up where I think like I hate that. Well, no, turn up a little bit.
Okay.
No, a little more. Listen to the guitar though in the back. Okay, now here. I think that could have been a part for him to do like not a solo, but a little more intricate guitar part. Johnny, you're not a singer. You're a guitarist. First off, it's like that. Instead of going, doing that, you could have done a little more intricate guitar work and stuff. It would have made the song a lot more interesting. Instead of because you got the woohoo, already going on.
Yeah.
So why would you add? What does that add to it? Play your guitar.
Well,
anyway,
and that's the thing is sometimes. Well, no, it's not that. Sometimes you have singers who can also play guitar, and you have guitarists who can also sing. Mm-hmm. Johnny's in that second part. He's a guitarist who can also sing.
That's what I'm saying.
So focus on the guitar.
Yeah. That's the thing. Instead of that, it's just that simple guitar thing. Why didn't you just do, like break it? Like it could have been. I mean, could have been a solo or something right there. It just would have made the song so much more interesting instead of trying to put your vocals everywhere. Just sing the song. Do the song like you did, but play your guitar because that's what everybody wants to hear too.
Yeah, and
What are the lyrics to that?
The lyrics?
Yeah, because you had them up, and I was trying to figure out what he's saying because sometimes you can't understand. I know most of them is woohoo. It's like Homer Simpson singing this song. Woohoo!
Someone guide me above, dreams of silver and gold. Ride the comet, ride it so far. Come with me, evaporate. The tracers will come for all here. They're cutting corners all here. Tracers, they know we've lost the way. Take all the love we lost and then scatter it. Silver falls from above and the world... And I'm not kidding. These are all the lyrics. Silver falls from above and the world stands too still. Here they come for our heart, calling we evaporate. The tracers will come to all, blah, 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 blah. And then take all the love we lost here. It's all because we're lost here. Silver and gold glows also clear. The tracers have come for all that you scatter.
Okay, so...
And then woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
Yeah,
woohoo,
that's the majority of the lyrics.
It's a 4.5 minute song.
Well, what I'm saying is that you cut out all the... and you make the guitar. That's where he can stop singing, and then start concentrating on guitar, and then go to the lyrics, So it's just you just why
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 refrains of woohoo.
I like how they write. At least they write them all, though. But
you know what this reminds me of?
What?
A George Harrison song. I mean, just lyric-wise.
Well, and it's fine, though.
No. A very specific one. And I can't, for the life of me, I can't think of the actual name of it. All I can think of is the Weird Al Yankovic parody song of it.
Oh, is it? Oh, I got 5 songs.
The song is only 6 words long.
6 words long. The song is just 6. I just listened to that. That's funny.
That's all I could think of.
I got my mind set on you. Yeah.
But I mean, it's.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be lyrically great.
Yeah.
But I expect from Johnny Marr to be musically like, whoa. Like, I want his signature.
Yeah, the orchestration could be better. I mean, it's not a bad song.
But I'm saying I want a little more aggressive guitar whenever he could have it, has a chance to do it.
Yeah.
The song is just fun. That's so funny because I've been listening to a lot of Weird Al because we're gonna go see him in May. Me and my sister.
Yeah.
Man, he's got so much good
Which
stuff.
sister?
Mary.
Mary?
Yeah.
Oh, how's she doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She hasn't commented on her.
She probably doesn't even watch.
No, I was just talking to Tanya about watching it. And she's like, well, I don't understand. I'm not as into it as you guys are. Yeah. And I'm like, I get it. And I'm like, a lot of people, yeah. She's just, some of the stuff we talk about, she doesn't understand. And I get it.
All right. So anyway, Johnny Marr's new single is out. It's $1.29 on iTunes.
I don't know. I think there's some really good elements to it. I hope that's not the best song on the album.
I'd wait for the album. I wouldn't buy the single. I'd wait for. Well,
and you can watch the whole video of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely wait for the album. There was some other clips that were of him playing guitar, and it was a lot more kind of what we expect from Johnny Marr. So hopefully there'll be more kind of like, remember the Beaten Generation, that song? Whenever I heard that, I was in a store. I knew right away that it was Johnny Marr. That's what, like, there's something about it, just that.
Yeah.
That he's hasn't tapped it back into. Anyway.
So let's
go.
Let's head over to Viva Hate.
Yeah. Okay. So enough about Johnny.
So we're heading back to Viva Hate, and we got what, 5 songs left?
5 songs. We're on the second side.
6 songs actually.
Oh no.
Break Up the Family, Ordinary Boys, I Don't Mind If You Forget Me, Dial a Cliche, and Margaret on the Guillotine. And then if you got the remastered Viva Hate, you also get Treat Me Like a Human Being.
And you lose Ordinary Boys. Yes. Like a whole freaking song.
Why cut out Ordinary Boys?
That's the thing. Morrissey screwed up the remaster hard, big time. I mean, first off,
maybe he doesn't like that song.
Who cares? That's not the album, though. The album, what I'm saying is, the album was released. Remaster is just bringing the. But
that's what I'm saying. What if he didn't like Ordinary Boys?
Then why did he put it on the album?
What if it wasn't his choice to put it on the album? Like he did Treat Me Like a Human Being. He said, that's what I want on there. And the executive said, no, that song isn't good enough. We'll use Ordinary Boys. And Morrissey said, no, I don't want to use that. And
Ordinary Boys is so... Yeah, well...
It's better.
Well, I'm just saying, like, production-wise, like Stephen Street was talking about it, and he was saying he doesn't know why Morrissey did that. He's like, it wasn't even... I mean, why would you take a whole song... I'm saying... But the thing is that the album is the album.
No.
No. Yeah.
Albums can change.
No, they can't.
Obviously they can. Look, we've just proven it.
Well, yeah, they can. But I'm just saying, you can't even find Ordinary Boys. Can you?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I've tried to.
Let's actually find out.
So it's like all of a sudden the whole song that... I'm just saying, like, an album is just... I don't know. It's pissed me off.
Well, let's see. So let's start talk.
Okay, so basically we're on side 2. Suede Head we've already talked about, and one thing I wanted to bring up is that I think that Suede Head, and it was the first single, sounds the most like what the Smiths would have been.
Yep.
Like the guitar and everything is kind of almost a Johnny Marr style, Yep. So I think Stephen Street was smart in doing that. But and then all of a sudden you got the orchestra. Or wait, am I thinking of So it was probably what the next, at least some of the next Smith songs would have sounded like, from. So are you looking? Can you find it?
I did Ordinary Boys.
Yeah.
I did The Ordinary Boys, so I need to change the search.
Well, no, the name of it is The Ordinary Boys. You're right.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ordinary Boys. See?
Songs.
So all of a sudden the whole song just disappeared. So that's the thing is that whenever I got the remix, boys will be boys. How about boys?
I had nights I will never forget.
Okay.
I want to hear some Blur. Oh, by the way, that's one of the things that Stephen Street did. Blur's album and the Cranberries. Anyway, he's genius. I think Johnny Marr needs him to help him with his new album.
I would say so. Okay, so anyway.
So all of a sudden that song just totally disappears from the ether.
Okay.
It's totally gone. So we got Break Up the Family, which is
so it starts
bongos.
The strange logic in your clumsiest line. It's steady.
All right, turn down a little bit. Oh shoot, we're gonna get. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to get dinged either.
But so so we got this song and it starts off kind of weird. I think it starts off out of tune.
Yeah,
I've always noticed that whenever I've listened to it. Okay, here's where it finally picks up a little. Oh.
It wasn't you, it wasn't life. Oh no, sadly why?
What does that mean? It wasn't youth or
resigned while we were to end.
born old. Oh, sadly wise. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so this song goes pretty much follows this now.
Yeah.
But I like the end. Or I like the just see turn up. Dang it. I like that line. It's just interesting. But I like whenever he's like, let me see all my old friends. You know what I'm talking about? Where it kind of really picks up.
I want to see all my friends tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So, good song. I mean, this is definitely something on, and for all the kids out there that don't realize this, but back when they were putting these out, you still had records and tapes. You didn't have CDs.
Yeah.
So you put all your really good stuff on the front side or on the A side, and then you put, for a lack of better terms, filler on the flip side. And,
Yeah.
and that's what this album
here it is.
really is.
As he's talking.
Let me put my arms around them, 'cause I really do love them.
I love that. I don't know. Okay.
So-
Sorry. Here, pause it. We'll
Just pause it.
or you can.
Okay. So anyway, that's what we should do. We should talk about the song for the length of the song, and take it down, and then go that way.
Oh.
But
Well, too late now.
yeah. And okay. So anyway, that's what this is. I've always considered Viva Hate's second side more of a, and it's not that it's bad, but it more of a filler type thing where
Yeah.
he had good solid songs, but they weren't good enough to lead off on.
Well,
So that's why they ended up on the second
Well,
side.
yeah, Break Up the Family. But the nice thing about the U.S. one is that we had Hairdresser on. So you had Suede Head, then Break Up the Family,
And then Hairdresser.
and then you break up the monotony with Hairdresser on Fire, and then you go The Ordinary Boys. So, but in the British one, it just went Suede Head, Break Up the Family, Ordinary Boys. You know, so it was like this. You got two kind of slow songs.
Or
right
the
in a row.
remaster has Treat Me Like a Human.
Treat me like a human being. No, I won't treat you like a human being.
So anyway,
I'm gonna treat you like a human being.
Oh. So anyway, or a human being.
So I like this song.
I'm not a human living. I'm a human being.
I like this. I like the song though because it's kind of this reflection on getting a little older and actually realizing you know what, I'd like to see my old friends and stuff. It's kind of like that. It's actually, I think it's kind of a little something different for Morrissey, that like a reflection song instead of like talking about life and
To me, it's I like the song. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I like the song. One thing I like is some of the lyrics in here, because they're kind of
this one has all kinds of weird disjointed thoughts.
Well, it's not just disjointed thoughts, but it's also kind of like devil may care type of thing, like right here, hailstones, driven home in a car, no brakes, question. I don't mind. Because I got to tell you, one time when I was working in Phoenix, because I used to have this awesome scooter, and it's sitting outside right there, and I have to junk it. But I was riding. No, I wasn't riding this. I was riding my Vespa. Mm-hmm. I was riding my Vespa. So I was riding in about 30 minutes into Phoenix, and the Vespa model that I had a really stupid ass feature, which they considered was just wear and tear. So you had the exhaust pipe going down, right? Mm-hmm. And they had two pieces of the pipe connected together, and there was a little ring right there that was horrible plastic for some reason. Yeah. And they thought that was good. And so after you drive it so long, that plastic just erodes. So there's a hole there. The problem is they put the brake line right by that pipe, and that's your back brake. And so through time, I was on the freeway. Going down, and then I just tap on my back brake, and it's not there because that little hole right there had melted the brake line. So all of the brake fluid was just gone out of the.
That's giant engineering.
So no doubt. And so when I took it in, the Vespa dealer said, "Yeah, we know about it. Unfortunately, Piaggio does not consider that an issue, and they consider it normal wear and tear." I'm like, what? They want me to just park the damn thing because you can't turn it on? So anyway, eventually it got fixed. But in a car, no brakes, I don't mind.
Did you mind?
I tell you,
what, Morrissey? I don't know.
In a car, it's a little bit different, but on a Vespa, on the freeway, I mean,
going 65 or whatever.
Yeah, it's already hard enough to be on the freeway on a Vespa, but it's. You
had the 200, right? That one was nice.
No, I had the 5.
What?
Or whatever. It wasn't a 250. It was. I could get up to 80 miles an hour on that thing.
Yeah, but you could do that with the 200. I think you got the same one I used to.
I don't know. It was...
Anyway. It was... Anyway. Now we're talking about scooters. Jeez.
Sorry. Sorry.
But this is the old Morrissey... I think this is kind of neat because he's kind of like... It's a reflective song where he's talking about all these different times disjointedly, like captain of great games, solid framed. I stood on the touch line, all these different... Or talking about just hailstones driven home.
There it is.
But
hailstones driven home in a car, no brakes, I don't mind.
Yeah. So, but he's reflecting on his life and moving away from those awful times. But he's still, his friendships are what made it possible good.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because you think of him as a loner typing on a typewriter.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Okay, well, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
No! This is not on the album. See, no, we're not doing this one. We'll do this. Hold on, pause. We're going to do this because we're going to have a whole episode of stuff that was taken off the album.
Uh-huh.
You know that.
No, it's actually on the album.
No. Shoot.
It is.
Okay, so now we're on to the Ordinary Boys. But I'm saying there's like 3 or 4 songs that I had never heard. And this is one that I had never even heard until a couple months ago. I downloaded Viva Hate. And all of a sudden this song was on there. And I was like, what the heck is this? So I had never heard Treat Me Like a Human Being.
Oh, that hurts, Mark. That hurts. Okay.
No, I had it, though. Okay. Starts off slow.
Ordinary boys, happy knowing nothing.
Okay.
See, now I like this one, and I can't remember if somebody once told me that it's either Break Up the Family or Ordinary Boys, where he comes out of the closet. And I'm like, I don't see that in either song.
No, there's not. They're really reading into the lyrics.
Yeah. Because this one...
No, because this one's not even about, like...
Ordinary boys, happy going nowhere, just around here in the rattling car.
I mean, yeah, I don't see why... I always like this song just because, it's just about life and being just kind of finding yourself, and then these jerks, in their rattling cars. I always like that because it reminds me of those guys that drive by with the speakers back in the actually, rattling cars.
This song actually reminds me of a movie.
What?
A great movie. I can't even think of the name of it.
Citizen Kane?
No. It was
one of the greatest.
It was Harrison Ford was in it, and it was George Lucas who did it, and he did this movie because he needed to do this movie before Star Wars.
American Graffiti.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
This song reminds me of that movie.
Yeah, just these guys cruising.
Yeah, just going back up and down.
that's their life, and I like that.
Yeah, because
that's the imagery you get is these people are going nowhere, but they feel like
there's only one that's actually leaving. Everybody else is kind of trapped in that small town.
But they think that they've got the greatest thing in the world, going to buy their supermarket clothes, Yeah. And then, but and because you're different, they think it's very clever to be cruel to you. Where's that lyric in here? Anyway, okay.
But you're so different, you had to say no, and those empty fools tried to change you and claim you.
Yeah, but I just love that these people, that are going nowhere in circles.
Yeah,
American Graffiti up and down Main Street. But they just feel like they've got it all figured out. And you know what? 30 years down the road, they're going to be in the same place, doing the same thing. And so it's a good, I like the song. Oh, I love the end.
Sure.
So but at the end with the with the violin where they're plucking the strings. Anyway. Yeah.
Now that I do like. I like the orchestration on this. And this, again, I like this song, and it's mainly because the imagery is there, because...
That's so funny that you brought up that, because I always thought, like I said, of it whenever the people... You know, with the...
So, like in small town Nebraska, we actually had a road. It was a strip. And what you do is Friday nights and Saturday nights, you get in your cars and all you do is you just drive down one side and then you drive back up the other side. And everybody thought that was the coolest thing.
Like not going anywhere literally.
Yeah. Like, you were just driving up and down and you would talk to everybody in the car, in the car next to you, and you try to pick up chicks.
And then your best friend, Kevin Bacon, came in, brought rock and roll music. I've seen this movie.
No, and it's weird because when in this song it says rattling cars, you think of the big booming bass and back.
Because that was my experience.
Yeah, to me the rattling cars are really the muscle cars that come up.
Yeah.
And they shake everything around it, and then they take off and it's funny because there's lights like every so often, so they race.
And then also they stop. That's so funny. I love it.
So, anyway.
Okay, next we have I Don't Mind If You Forget Me.
Okay, you ready?
Which is pretty,
Which I love this song.
Alright. I like the guitar on it. It reminds me of a bug, an insect. You know, like they're it's kind of like they're swatting him away.
Spinal Tap writing songs. Come on. Hey, that sounds kind of cool. Let's do that again.
No, but I'm saying along with the song is the person.
I love that.
This is an interesting song because your mild best wishes. I thought it was your my best wishes. I mean, same difference, but this person's trying. What do you think he's talking about with this?
I think this is actually about what's his face at Rough Trade.
Jeff?
Yeah. And he's like, so let me pause it real quick. So I honestly think he wrote this because Jeff Travis is like, oh, you think it's going to be better elsewhere? Well, fine. We'll see you later. Best wishes, Morrissey. And he's like, yeah, I don't mind if you forget me because you've been horrible, you've been bad, you've been terrible to us, and you haven't done anything for us. So yeah, you're my best wishes. Yeah, they make me a little suspicious that you're going to submarine me and try to stop me from doing what I want to do.
Interesting. It could very well be. Well, yeah. But Morrissey's the one that rejected him. Well, so rejection from a fool is cruel. I think it's. I just like it because it's this person that's still being nice to them, but gosh, I'm tired, so. So the person's obviously through with Morrissey, let's just say in this case, and Morrissey's finally picking up on the vibe. Okay, you're being insincere, you're saying all this stuff, but I can tell that you don't actually feel that way.
Yeah.
Pressure to change.
Well,
but what's this? The pressure to change, to move on, was strange and very strong. So he's through with them, though.
Well, yeah.
He's like, you know what? I don't need an insincere friend.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Morrissey and Marr wanted to leave Rough Trade to begin with, remember? That's why they had some of their problems.
Yeah, and Rough Trade was saying, would say, oh no, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you are ours, you are our property.
Yeah.
And you'll only make it big with us. You go somewhere else like with Sire, and they're going to completely ruin you because they're a huge company and you're just going to go into the back catalog and be forgotten. Mm-hmm. And with us, you are the headliner, you are the main person, and they didn't accept it and they tried to leave. And so when finally the Smiths broke up, I'm sure Jeff Travis was like, hey, wait, let's keep Morrissey in there because he's going to go solo and we can still reel him in and keep going. And he's like, you're being a fool, Morrissey. You're being a damned fool trying to go off somewhere else. We're the only ones that are going to help you.
Yeah, but he came in number one.
Yeah.
I mean...
that's why I think
that shows the power of the singles were coming in higher. It shows the power of going with a bigger company. I mean, maybe.
I think he honestly got lucky.
Yeah. Oh, really? This is a good album, though.
No. It is a good album. What I mean is, I think Morrissey got lucky with Sire because he got in at the right time, at the right moment.
Yeah.
Because honestly, look at some of the other things that some of the other acts that go with these big these big name production companies, and they get kind of shoved down to the bottom, and they don't really get promoted.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the Smiths, though, they were one of the biggest things over in England, and they
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
they weren't getting the promotion that they needed.
Yeah.
Do you know Stephen Street's middle name is Brian?
No, I didn't.
It says it right there.
It does say Stephen Morrissey, though, not Stephen Patrick.
Yeah, and it's not even actually his. I don't think his. Look how they have it spelled too.
Yeah,
like Stephen Street. Actually, I think that is Steve Morrissey.
That's the way.
Isn't even
Stephen Street.
I know, but Stephen Morrissey. That's the way he originally was spelled. His first name Steven, not the fancy one.
PH? You mean like me?
Yeah. Yeah, you fancy pants.
So, but anyway, I mean, it could be a lot of things. That's just what I thought it was about. Was him just leaving Rough Trade and Rough Trade saying, "But you're our best. You're going to do so great." And then when he says no, they get really jaded and they're like, you give me heart and regards when you once gave me love and now you're
it's like, well, good luck out there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna amount to anything. I see what you're saying. I like the oh wait, I was just looking at the lyric. Oh, but the rejection from one thing, or rejection is one thing, but rejection from a fool is cruel, that's like, okay, I don't mind being rejected, but it's almost like I don't even like you.
Yeah.
So, and then you're rejecting me? You're rejecting me? That's just, I didn't even want you, man. And then you're rejecting me. You can't reject me.
Yeah.
There was never the offer,
Yeah, and it's a...
So I think the guitar really makes this song like that.
Yeah.
He's like Eddie Van Halen. He's got leather pants on. Vinny, dude, you're awesome. But this is just a really like upbeat, cool song, and yeah.
I love this song. I think this song is just tops.
But yes, that's what I'm saying. This is a good song on the second side.
Yeah, it is, and it always made me wonder why it was on the second side.
I really like this next song. Actually, it's probably one of the most slow ones. I just love the drums on it.
So this is 2.5 minutes long.
Is that long?
Huh? No, I know, but I'm saying 2.5 minutes.
Okay, you can turn it down.
So when he says dial a cliche,
I love it. Remember Deal O'Neill?
what?
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's the whole thing. Did he make up his own cliches for this song?
I don't know. I don't know if these are just typical British cliches or not. But grow up, be a man, and close your mealy mouth. Maybe that. But I'm saying grow up, be a man. But then he probably added that. Or actually, these might be more. Close your mealy mouth.
But here's the cool thing about iTunes Music: when they try to add in the lyrics, they don't seem to understand how to spell cliche. It's dial a clitch.
Dial a clitch. You son of a clitch.
Anyway, but this is a good one here too, because it's just kind of.
I think he took the cliches and made them just kind of what they were actually saying. Oh gosh, I can't think right now. But do as I do and scrap your fey ways. What does that even?
You're
Get rid of. The safe way is the only way. It's always time to change, son. I've changed, but I like the end where he's like here it is. Turn it up.
Is the only way. There's always time to change, son. I've changed, but I'm in pain. Dial a cliche.
But
Okay,
this
so
is the part I like. Hold on.
Why not? But we don't want to.
I love this part. So I'll pause it there. But I love that transition into that song.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play that. That's
Okay. This is it. But I like that. There's all these cliches that that are being put on them. Like we always hear, "Oh, were you born in a barn? Close the door or whatever." All these things. A penny saved is a penny earned. All these different cliches that have come into that people use. But at the end, he goes through a list of cliches, and it's always time to change, son. But then it's like I've changed, but I'm in pain. Like these things, you can't just. You're just trying to put these cliches on me. Yeah. I'm a human being. Treat me like a human being.
Oh, really?
No. but. These little sayings that are so simple to say don't necessarily fit for everybody.
One of the cliches I always heard as a kid was, close the door, we're not trying to cool the outside. Right?
Say, have you ever heard of global warming? Yeah, we are trying to cool the outside.
Oh, no. As a kid, I thought, wait a second.
That's the answer.
If everybody opened up their doors and their windows, turned on their AC down to 60, I bet we could cool the whole area.
Dude, we just figured out how to beat global warming. Everybody, crank up your ACs. You know what? We might be able to bring the temperature here in the summer down at least a couple degrees. And it gets hot in here. It's warming up already. But
there was a blizzard in the Midwest.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like in Nebraska. I don't know. I just follow things back in Nebraska, so I'm sure it hit everywhere else. But they closed down Interstate 80 yesterday.
We're in April.
Yeah, we're in April. But on Interstate 80, which is the main freeway going the length of Nebraska, they closed it down where it goes into Colorado, Wyoming area.
Really? Well, but that, April's...
But they shouldn't get a blizzard. A blizzard!
Well, I mean, it's probably...
blizzard! I mean, it was bad.
You're making me hungry.
Bad. I know, I'm sorry.
I want a blizzard, dude. I want to go to DQ.
But
meet me at DQ.
I keep thinking, is there a way we can get all that blizzard stuff down here? Because I know the Midwest doesn't want it anymore. Can we just tunnel it down to?
Yeah, but we don't want it. We don't want the tornadoes to come with it too.
Well, we don't want the tornadoes. We just want the cold air. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. Crank the AC. Open your doors. Okay. We're gonna synchronize this.
Tomorrow, everybody at 2 p.m.
That's right. Crank your ACs, and we're gonna bring the temperature down. Let's see if that cliche is even.
Ooh, you know what? If that actually did happen and we cooled it down, we could go back to the world organizations and say, "Screw you, man. We figured it out.
We did it." But so anyway, it's just a cliche is just a lazy, or not lazy, but it's these things that are tried and true, but they're not tried and true. There's individuals.
They have to be though. Why else would they be a cliche?
No, the glitch.
Yes, it's
but
just a glitch.
Yeah, but it's saying you can't just put these. That's not the way it works for everybody. It doesn't.
Grow up, be a man, and.
But we heard them a lot. I mean, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I should have come up with a list of cliches that. Dang it. All these different things that.
The cliche I'm really tired of hearing. Now that I'm older.
What?
That's just the way it is. That's the way IT is. That's the way it goes. And I'm like, shut up, man. Why does everybody just accept mediocrity? Well, that's just the way it is. Nothing will change. That's just the nature of the beast. That's the other thing. That's just the nature of the beast. And I'm like, well, then you need to freaking take that beast and break it. Because that's what horses. My daughter does works with horses, and that's what she has to do with the horses. You have to break them.
Yeah, rules are made to be broken. Oh wait, that's not a cliche.
Yeah, it is. Anyway,
well, but if you look at all these cliches, they're just
all these
cliches. They're mean too.
Yeah.
They're not taking. They're close your mealy mouth. Grow up. All this stuff. They're not a good way to parent.
Yeah, they are.
But I know. But I'm saying, the lyric. But the person underneath, where does he go? Does he slide by the wayside, or does he just die? So you're being, trying to, with all these dumb little sayings, you're trying to kill the person. The individual, and the individual is important, at least to Morrissey.
Well,
that
it should be important to everybody because everybody's an individual.
Speak for yourself.
Not me. No. I'm part of the organization.
It's like that. Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, I got multiple personalities. There's a whole community in here. That would be funny. That's the new movement.
What?
Schizophrenic people are not individuals. I want to be recognized as more than an individual. Oh my gosh!
Us too.
We found it. Yeah. Us too. Oh my god, dude! I love it. I'm gonna use that in my stand. I tried to. That's so funny. Us too, dude. All right. So anyway, treat us like human beings. Okay.
All right. Let's go to the next one.
Oops.
No.
Yeah, let's go into that. I like that.
I love this. The clock tower.
I wonder if it's a like Big Ben or something.
I don't know, but to me,
Kind people
it reminds me of like the Dead
have
Man's
a
Toll.
wonderful dream. Margaret.
Okay,
Guillotine.
pause. Okay. So, right away, he's just like, starts off and is like, everybody, the kind of people have a wonderful dream. Who? What? Margaret Thatcher on the guillotine. Or how do you say that?
Margaret on the guillotine. Well,
Yeah.
it depends on where you are. Like American English people will say guillotine.
Yeah.
But
Guillotine?
guillotine is how you say it in French.
Oh, okay.
Is guillotine.
So that's the dream. But the thing, I think he was smart though, because the way he worded it is a wonderful dream. It's not calling for it. I know he
still caused problems for more.
Yeah, I know. But then so right off, the dream is Margaret on the
People
guillotine.
like you make me feel so tired.
I love this. Like, he's just coming straight out.
When will you die?
Like, just die. And then, wait.
When will you
Where is it?
die?
He's like, please, yeah.
Oh, that's at the very end.
When will you die?
He's like, don't make us do it. How about you just do it yourself?
Die.
Just die, please. You're so.
And people
Anyway.
like you make me feel so old inside. Please die.
Okay. So,
Well, hold on.
what was up?
Hold on. So at the beginning, it's all a wonderful dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, it's all a wonderful dream. We want Thatcher on the guillotine. And he's just upset with her. When will you die? When will you die? Please die. It's like, okay, everybody, first off, we're not going to be aggressive about this. We're just hoping that she passes away. And then this happens.
Kind people do not shelter this dream, make it real. Make the dream real.
And I think it's actually that lyric that got him in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not just have a dream. Let's make the dream real. Okay, I didn't think about that.
So at first he's like, it's a dream. We all wish Thatcher on the guillotine because we're just tired of her. Please die, please die, please die, please die. And then it goes from, that'd be a good idea to, hey, you know what? Let's actually make it real. Let's go ahead and do this.
How are we going to make this happen?
Ideas.
How are we going to make this deal happen? Let's make this dream real.
And I think
Just spitballing.
I think had he not put that line in there, maybe the British intelligence doesn't come and interrogate him.
Well, yeah, I think that was more political. Obviously Margaret Thatcher did not feel threatened, but it was just exercise of power. Government does that.
But at the same time, if it's just a dream, okay, it's just some stupid person. But when he says, make the dream real, do not shelter this dream, make it real, make it real, make it real, make the dream real. When he keeps going over and over saying, down with that.
I understand, but was Margaret Thatcher still in power at this? This is in. Oh yeah, because this is in 88.
Yeah, this is 88. So yeah, Thatcher was
good
still
for
there.
him. Hey man, screw her. Or not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know a lot about Margaret Thatcher except for most of the people British music and stuff. They all hate her. So.
Well, I think British music hates everybody. They also hated Tony Blair, and there was nothing really bad that Tony Blair did.
Knows the best. Theresa May.
So anyway, Morrissey gets a knock on his door from the British intelligence saying, "Hey, we need to talk to you about what you did."
So they interrogate for about 2 hours.
Yeah, they interrogate him for about 2 hours, and then they ask for his autograph.
So I mean,
but that incident actually led to another song, and that was a B-side for Interesting Drug.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Such a little thing makes such a big difference is about that. It's about him getting interrogated for writing stupid lyrics.
Where'd you hear that?
He said that.
Oh, did he?
No, he gave an interview and he said that's when I wrote that song.
I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics now because sometimes I don't understand. Actually, bring up the lyrics because there's that's interesting. So anyway, basically, Morrissey's calling for the death, preferably by her own hand, of Margaret Thatcher. Like, please die. Hey, at least he was nice about it, right?
At least he was nice about it.
So this is Morrissey coming, like the claws coming out in his lyrics, which he hadn't been that direct in any song.
Let's see.
Steve?
What? I'm looking for it.
Oh, dang it. I'm saying this is the first song that he's super direct asking for a specific thing.
Yeah.
Instead of being, I don't know if the right word is nuanced or whatever, or... What song were you looking for? Oh, Such a Little Thing?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So wasn't it on Bone of Drag?
Yeah. But they screwed up Bone and Drag too. They keep adding to it. Oh, I'm so tired. Morrissey, stop. You don't just keep adding to albums.
Such a little thing.
So
we'll just pause.
Yeah, let's just...
So there you go, wielding a bicycle chain. Oh, why won't you change? Change and be nicer. Such a little thing, a gentle tone of kindness, or written words on paper. Can you write?
Yeah, but where's the part where it's even talking about?
No, he doesn't talk about the actual interrogation. He talks.
Well, I'm
about,
saying where there's anything that's even remotely.
That's the whole thing. There you go, wielding a bicycle chain. Oh, why won't you change? Change and be nicer. Like, why do you have to exert the power over me when all it is a lyric? And you know I'm not a...
Oh, I gotcha.
You know I'm not a threat.
You know what that reminds me? The wielding a bicycle chain. Like these... Okay, the Antifa thing. They're hitting people with locks.
With that U-lock.
Yeah, wielding a bicycle chain. It's like... Or a chain to get people to change. Yeah. That lyric's really clever, but I'm just thinking, like, that's not the way you get people to change. That's the opposite of anti-fascist, because what were the fascists doing?
Yeah,
wielding bicycle chains, hitting people. Yeah, it's just like, anyway.
So, Leave Me Alone. I was only singing Leave Me Alone.
Oh, okay, there you go. There it is.
You have just proved again. Most people keep their brains between their legs. So anyway,
that is there's the connection. So, I mean, like I said, this is just a straight up, no bones about it. Like Morrissey's just like, you know what? You can't read into this. There's nothing to read into it. This is what I'm saying. You know, it's just like, when will you die? When will you die? Please die.
I know,
Margaret, you're the worst.
And that's fine, but that's when we get back to, when I argue with people here about, how we have free speech, and they're like, oh, come on, even England has free speech. Well, yes and no. This proves that, yes, you can say certain things, but you say certain things and it's going to get you a visit from MI5 or MI6.
Well, but that's not, I mean... It's like, what was that? Whenever what's her name held up that head, Donald Trump's head.
Oh, Kathy Griffin.
Yeah. I mean, I heard this thing where she was on Bill Maher, but she was like crying because I lost this and sponsorship, and it's like, well, if it was the opposite, if it would have been him holding up your head, that would have been,
Yeah. Well,
so that's just a disgusting thing.
Or what
acting like she's some kind of victim or something.
Or what would have happened if another comedian actress,
did it with
Obama?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
it wasn't funny. There was nothing even clever about it.
And it's not like the government came and pounded on her door and said, "Okay, we're going to take."
Well, but she's supposedly anyway.
But it's
like, that kind of stuff has repercussions. Yeah, people don't want to see you because you're stupid.
You know what else you can't do in the UK?
What?
You can't openly call, and I'm not kidding about this. I read about this the other day. You can't openly call for the dismantling of the monarchy.
Why?
I don't know, but
they're not even a monarchy, man.
I mean, all the attorneys
they don't even do anything.
All the attorneys were saying that it's impossible to actually convict anybody of it, but on British law, you can't openly call for the dissolution of the monarchy.
Have you? That's just so. There's these weird laws that they. I know. It's just like, you know what? They're just regular people.
Well, they used to be regular people. Actually, some of them were never regular people.
Well, no, they're weirdos, but...
Well, no, what I mean by regular people is like when Charles was born as a baby, there was no way in hell he was ever going to be a regular person. He had cameras in his face from the day he was born. No.
What I'm saying is that I'm saying that they still keep the monarchy even like it's anything.
Well, like with Canada still does everything through the Queen. Even though Canada is its own country, it still recognizes the Queen. Same with Australia.
Come on, guys.
It's just weird. I mean, of course we're Americans, so we don't really understand that.
It doesn't make sense.
But the Queen can still ask for the Prime Minister to step down.
Politely?
No, I mean, like, she can demand the resignation right then and there. So she still has some power.
That's anyway. Whatever. I mean, we don't need to get into politics, but you guys are being silly.
But yeah, so it's just like weird, and Morrissey has stepped into it more times than not, and you would think that he would actually learn his lesson, that you can't like this, like an NFL player the other day was arrested by TSA and then released because he was going on a plane, checking in, and he was with his wife, and they were putting their bags up, and the airline employees were taking all that stuff, and they were saying, okay, and you do know that you're not supposed to have this and this in there, and he's like, yeah, and then they asked him something like, and there are no explosives in there, or you're not supposed to do something that could combust or whatever. And he turned over to his wife to make a flippant joke. Honey, did you pack those bombs in there, or did we put them on the carry-on?
Oh yeah.
Bam, arrested just for making a flippant joke.
It's bullcrap.
I know, I don't like it myself, but you would think that Morrissey would learn you can't necessarily, walk on a plane and say, I sure hope this thing doesn't blow up.
You know what I'm going to do next time I go to the airport, though?
What?
I'm going to walk through the scanners in my underwear.
Really?
Yeah.
When I worked in
California, I'm going to take off all my clothes except for my underwear and just go through because, if they pull me aside, I'm going to be so mad.
Just go naked.
I was thinking about that.
Okay, so anyway, when I worked in California...
You can do that, though. There's people that did that legally, that went through naked.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
So, when I worked in California, my boss...
Guys, comment below.
Please, Mark, don't do that. Or tell me when you're flying.
I've seen you naked. Do not do it.
Tanya, yeah.
That's Tanya.
Please don't. So anyway, when I worked in California, my boss was always afraid that he was going to have to come bail me out of jail because I would always fly back and forth to different places. And I hate the TSA. I hate the TSA with a passion.
Yeah.
I really do. And so at the airport in, I think it was Salt Lake, at one point had the scanners where you had to stand with your legs apart and your hands above your head like this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like...
Well, what I did is I walked in there and I was pissed. I was just completely pissed at this point. And I yelled out because I saw this online. Somebody else did it, so I did it. I yelled out as loud as I could because I'm standing there like this, and they're like, "Sir, you're going to have to stand still." And I looked at him and I said, "Is this the pose of a free man?" And they're like, "Okay, come on, sir, come on." They just waved me through, and I was just upset because they have all these stupid rules. Like before I had the TSA pre-check, because for my job I do a lot with video type stuff and the delivery on different things. Yeah. So I have 2 laptops, I have an iPad, I have an Android, I had my phone, I had all this crap, and you can only put one in a damn bin. And so my little phone is sitting in a bin because at first I had it in a bin with the laptop and then my phone. They're not on top of each other because you can't put them on top of each other. And the TSA guy was just being a complete jerk. And he's like, "Sir, they can't be in the same bin. You have to have different ones." I'm like, "I have 7 different electronic devices. They can't all like fit together in a couple few bins." "Nope, they have to be all in a separate bin." I'm like, "But I have all these devices, plus I have all this." "Bins are free, sir. We don't charge you for them." Like, it's not about that.
Bins are free.
It's about the stupidity of this.
Well, that's the thing.
What's going to happen
like,
if
there's one thing, all of a sudden,
each other?
There's one little thing, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're all have to take off our shoes.
Yeah.
Which is the stupidest thing. Shoe bomber? Give me a break. And then all of a sudden, oh, there's this liquid thing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, oh, you can only have... It's just ridiculous. I'm with you. I'm tired of it.
I mean, it's like, oh, all these planes blew up before.
No, but it had nothing to do... The thing is that... That was a political podcast.
All these things used to blow up before 9/11, and then they said, maybe we should correct this by doing this and this. No! It was one incident.
No, but those things were all allowed.
I know, that's...
Box cutters were allowed on planes. There was not any failure in the security. That's the thing. So it's just like, why did they make a whole... Anyway.
I know. And it's like, TSA does nothing. And
we're going to have to cut this out.
I'm just saying, TSA does absolutely nothing. It doesn't secure anything for the flight at all. They've proven it over and over.
Oh, yeah. People get through. Fake bombs get through 90% of the time.
Yeah, they've done audits.
95%. But
it's like, okay, so it's not doing anything, except it employs people who then go through your bags and steal stuff.
Hey, Steve, do you want to start a political podcast?
No, I'm just... We're talking about Margaret on the guillotine?
Government.
TSA on the guillotine. That's what I say. Kind people, they have a wonderful dream. The TSA on the guillotine.
Yep.
And I say that, and my brother retired from the Marines, and guess where he got a job?
TSA?
The TSA. And I was like, why?
Who?
Carl.
He's working for the TSA?
Yep.
Come on, Carl.
But
cool.
But the thing is...
Cool. Hey, Coral.
But the thing is that he's one of those guys that needed the Marines.
Oh yeah, I know Carl.
I know. I'm just saying. He's one of those kids that needed the Marines. He needed that structure. Otherwise, he was not on a good trajectory.
Yeah.
And now that he was in the Marines for a few decades. And so now that he's out...
So he's 20 years? He actually retired? Full retirement?
Retired. He has a full retirement with the Marines. But once you get out of doing that for 20 years, it's like, oh, what do I do now? So he needed structure, and the TSA
provides it.
So work for
UPS, man.
No, I don't think he wanted to go crazy.
I mean, it's a good job.
Yeah, I know. All of you think that.
All of us. I like us too. That was so funny. Okay, well, we better end this. So we got through the album.
We got through the album. What are we at?
Oh.
And you don't even... Hey, we're over
dang.
See, so we're doing good right now.
So I think this podcast saved itself towards the end. and then went off on a tangent. But
yeah, but
the TSA, they're the worst. That's basically what...
Yeah, I don't like them. They don't like me. I mean, I'm nice to them. It's not like it's not like I'm an a-hole to them every time I fly. I'm not. I'm polite and I'm courteous and I'm kind to everybody. Like we just flew to New York and back, and my daughters were with me, and so I was polite and courteous and.
But it's just like, why does everybody have to take out their shoes?
Well, we all got pre-check. Basically because I booked the tickets.
You elitists.
No. It's not that. It's just because on the airline that I fly, I have... Plus, I also have the GOES card, the global entry. And that usually gets you automatic.
Gozer.
Yeah. Gozer the Gazarian. But it automatically gets you into the TSA pre-check because they have to do background checks. Which, by the way... That was another funny thing because you have to go talk to them and they do this full background on you.
See,
and
you were talking about this after?
No. This is actually funny. So I go in and I talk to the Border Patrol because that's who conducts the interview is the Border Patrol or not Border Patrol but Immigration. Mm-hmm. So immigration does that because the global entry system is basically you fly overseas and then you come back. You don't have to stand in the customs line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just have a card and you just swipe it and you declare things right on the teleprompt and then you just walk through.
Oh, that's cool.
So I needed to get that because I was flying internationally too. But you have to sit and talk to immigration, and this was the funniest thing. They did a background check on me, and I was talking to other people, and they would like ask you questions about, okay, well, what about this time here? I see you did this. Tell me about that. I go in, I sit down, I give him all my paperwork, sign everything. He checks out the license, he checks out my passport, he checks everything. He's like, okay, look here at the camera. And I'm like, I thought you were going, I thought this was more of a
one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, I thought there were going to be more questions. And he kind of looks at me and he kind of smiles and he says this with the nicest tone in the world. He wasn't being mean. It was just like, he's like, you are the whitest white boy we have ever seen. There is nothing to question. And he wasn't talking like the color of my skin. It was like my history had nothing in it. Nothing. Like it was white. It was boring. Clean. Yeah, I was boring. That's exactly what it was. It was like you lived such a boring life that we don't have to question anything.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it, dude. I've lived it.
I'm like, are you serious?
Like, there's nothing. No, man. Give me something.
I'll make something up, man. I'm just taught,
Just one time, that's funny.
He just
give me something, dude.
He said that. And he just kind of smiled. He's like, so, there's no question about this.
Well, you don't have any kind of, police record.
Yeah, there's no police record. There's nothing. I mean, there is absolutely nothing in my history. And so it was just like really quick. And my wife dropped me off at the airport because you have to do this at the airport. Mm-hmm. And she was going to go run a few errands and be back because I was expecting to be there for 90 minutes.
You thought he was going to be interrogating. Yeah. Wait, we have this. Where were you on this night? Like, I don't know, man.
So 15 minutes later, I'm done. I called my wife. I'm like, Elise, I'm done. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am.
That reminds me, I got a text Tanya.
So, anyway, that was just a funny story. That's all.
That was a good story. Thank you, Steve, for sharing.
Yeah, right.
Mr. White Privileged white boy.
Not white privilege. It was white as
a
clean slate type of white. Like there's nothing on here.
Pure as the driven snow.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, that's what you get.
Is Margaret Thatcher still alive?
No.
Good. She died.
Morrissey got his wish. His dream.
It's gonna happen sometime, right? I mean, so it happened. Send enough bad vibes out into the ether, and it'll happen. Good job, Morrissey. So, Thanks for joining us. And I know that it might have been a little bit of a rough start. I mean, I just think I was tired. But then whenever that laugh. Well, us too. It was so funny. All right, so thanks for joining us. If you feel like commenting, hey, do it. And thank you, most of you guys in Arizona who have been watching us. And if you have any comments or opinions, if you want to call for our deaths, I guess.
What?
Please do it on a public forum. So that you can be visited by the government.
Yeah, the government's going to say the handsome hooligans. Yeah, that's fine. That's free.
Please take them down, man. Take down the handsome hooligans. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time. We'll be talking about the singles that come after this.
Yep.
And some of the rarities.
Yep.
Or the songs that didn't make the cut for this album. All right. Thank you.
See ya.